Hey guys, Captain here. Today I've got another pick-a-brick container. Pretty big one, because I realized that I probably couldn't fit in all the pieces I wanted into a small container, and then at some point I realized that a big container might be too much, but alas, there is no medium container. So we'll have to roll with it. There is a new pick-a-model. It's not really that new. It's December now, but I don't think... because it's new to me, I think that means I haven't been to a pick-a-brick wall since September, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, there's some of the packing techniques I used in this one are really something. You see, if you can see this, as I pull this out, some loose pieces are gonna fall around, but wow, look at this majestic monster. Some real building techniques went into that. And then there's a bunch of loose pieces, and then, alright, well, this is pretty generic. And then this thing, that's pretty compact, and then I think the rest is loose pieces. So I got pieces for two of the pick-a-models again. You can get away with doing this basically on the condition that, well, sort of two conditions. One, that you can build these things from site, or you wait long enough for me to upload the instructions. And two, more importantly, that your local Lego store employees don't care, which mine certainly don't. And especially at Christmas time, they can't be bothered to care, because there's so many people in the store that are asking questions about what's a good set for a 7-year-old that they just don't care. They're not gonna notice. But anyway, it's a sweet selection of bricks. If I go back before they swap things out, I might even get more of these clear bricks. You never know when you need them for. They're pretty sweet. I've never really owned bricks like this. I've owned a few small clear pieces that would work for windows, but I've never really owned clear bricks, so this is a decent amount. I mean, it's not that many, but it's still a couple. You could make some windows out of this. And the biggest thing is I guess I have a lot of clear plates these days, which is what you'd really want if you're making micro scale skyscrapers or something. But still, neat to have. And I think it's used for the windshield of the truck that they're doing. It's like a Panda and a dump truck are the new pick-a-models. All right, so let's really take a moment to appreciate this work of craftsmanship. All right, so these are just some plates stuck together. They've got lots of sweet plates. I'm so excited. They got 2x2s in white. They got 1x4s in white, and I think also black. They've got they've got 2x4s in black. They've got 1x2s in black. They've got white jumpers. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's just so good, because as someone who works, oh yeah, and they've got double cheese slopes in white, and they've got single cheese slopes in black. And as someone who builds a lot of small stuff, my latest build was micro scale. I make a lot of the robots, every once in a while, the Pokemon. A lot of my stuff is in a really small scale. These pieces are my bread and butter, So it's real neat to have a lot of them laying around. And even, when there's good access to plates, sometimes you want to put them on the inside, but it's just nice to have a lot of them. Although I think they always have some kind of 2x4 plate lying around. I feel like they had lime recently, and I know there was a while where they had was it medium azure? I think it was medium azure, because I used it to plate out underneath the tiles for Windfall Island. Alright, so anyway, I stuck that onto here. You got that. And the other side is similar, I think, maybe? Maybe not. Okay, so take a moment to appreciate the magnificence of this. How did I even do this? Oh, okay, on top of here, that's just some plates connected with whatever. And then this is a whole bunch of these sloped pieces, which I probably got more of than I need. You can never have enough. They make for really nice surfaces once you know what you're doing. And then more jumpers connecting them. And then here's where I use space as compactly as possible. I'm pretty sure every single bit, I think this is like as dense as it gets right here, because probably gonna need a brick separator to pull this off. Okay. Beneath these, we've got more plates. There's got to be a better way of removing these, right? Alright, well, I got them loose a bit. I can just pull them out with what's left of my fingernails. If you're ever going to take apart a large amount of like plates stuck together, bricks stuck together, and you don't want to entirely use a brick separator, make sure you're like prepared to trim your fingernails or whatever, because when I did this for Windfall Island, because I had about, I think it was 240, how many would it have been? I want to say 243, but that's a weird number to pick. Maybe I had a few lying around in the first place, so maybe that's why. But I think it should be 256 medium azure plates. I had 2x4 plates. So I basically had like over 200 of these things stuck together in, you know, as bricks or whatever. And like, because as you can see with bricks, you can easily make shapes and, you know, make them very compact within a brick bucket. And then I had to take them all apart. And using a brick separator was like painfully slow. Because I don't know, maybe I didn't know about the technique where you use 2 brick separators at the same time. But still, it took me a while. And I just started using my fingernails. It went real fast, but I basically destroyed my fingernails. So I was planning on cutting them later that day. So, you know, it was alright. But, alright, so plate there. And then this is how I alternated this. This is, alright, so we've got one of these brackets. And then another plate and bracket combo. And then I think I figured I already had enough 1x2 black plates, so I didn't use that many of them. So like in between I would put 2 lime studs. I don't have like a huge use for lime studs, but you never know. The thing is, I at some point gathered like a ton of studs in like translucent blue and other colors. What I noticed is because when I have a lot of like airspace in these brick buckets, I just fill them with small pieces that I might use. And it's nice to have studs sometimes because I did this for the TARDIS, I did this for columns and stuff. I basically just use them as the equivalent of a 1x1 plate. 1x1 plates are kind of hard to come by. But like, if it's not going to be visible, you know, a stud works fine because it has the same dimensions. So I will use them for the interior of stuff. Alright, so let's pull the rest of this thing apart. Oh, apparently they had 1x4s in red. Did I get more 1x4s in red? Maybe I thought I would come back if I wanted more 1x4s. Like, I can't think of anything I want 1x4s for right now, but it's always nice to have bricks. They have some of these, like, underside, I don't know what to call them, but they have them. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, here's a big heap of really compactly packed plates, brackets, and studs. I think I may actually try and count the pieces in this at the end of this video. I know sometimes I use these videos as just a vehicle to talk about whatever with the channel. And like, the only thing I could talk about is like, well, what about streaming? Because I haven't really done that since the summer. It's like, well, I don't really have time during the school year to stream because I'm very busy with really just one of my classes. But I will foreseeably be that busy with that class for the end of the year. So, you know. Why did I stack that way? That may have just been a mistake. Alright. So that piece is, you know, basically taken apart. I'll nicely organize and count the pieces later. Alright, and this piece of magnificence. Alright, so these, I think I actually slipped in some plates in between here when I was finishing up the packing, because you can make just you can get just a little more stuff in there in that airspace. So these are two 1x4s and a 2x4 worth of plates, and then seats, some brown seats. I probably got more brown seats than I need. Even if the truck called for 2, then I still probably got more than I need. I haven't found a use for like the red and white ones I used yet, but you know, maybe I'll find use for the brown ones. That's a lie. I won't, but that's alright. I guess if I ever open up a store on Bricklink, then I've got junk pieces to sell. Alright, so I got some 2x4 plates because I don't know if there was like a particular use I thought I might have for them. Yeah, there actually is a particular use I thought I might have for them. I don't know if I actually will have that use or not. And then some blue bricks and some black bricks. Again, for, I thought maybe for the same reason. Oh, I didn't realize these were... I've like already forgotten what these pieces were because I bought this thing a few days ago. I was just waiting for a good time to film. So 1x2 black bricks. Nice. Again, it's always nice to have just bricks on hand. When I was really young, I got 2 brick buckets of 400 bricks each, which was sweet. That was like, you know, those are the majority of the pieces I used, and over time some of those pieces got used in creations that I don't want to take apart. And you sort of start to run out of bricks, and so, you know, you gotta buy more. But when they're on the pick-a-brick wall, sometimes I just get a few just because it's nice to have them. The new brick buckets, I'm always tempted to get one. The problem is, they have a lot of pieces in there that I don't care about. Like, pieces that are neat, but I would like just to buy a box that has like 500 bricks, you know? And preferably in like a small variety of colors. I mean, I think some of the brick boxes you can get in just like 6 colors. Like, I think it's like, maybe that's not even possible right now. Maybe there aren't any on the market. It seems like all the ones I look at now have like orange and pink in them and stuff. And lime, and I don't really care. I just want like the original colors plus maybe green. So this, you know, same idea as what I did for like columns and stuff, because when you use snot bricks and 2 plates in between them, you can stack bricks on top of it the other way. So if you look at what this is, I guess I should have stacked it this way, so this would hold a little better, but it doesn't really matter. It's easier to take apart as a result of this. So, yeah, I just did that. Again, you know, I could have stacked it like this. Be the same idea. So this is pretty sweet. More 2x4 plates, 2x8 plates, and a lot of these. They're one-sided bricks, but that's still real useful. I actually kind of wish I'd had a couple of these sitting around when I was building Windfall. I'm sure a few would have come in handy, but you know, that's fine. It's nice to have bricks like that. Again, even if I'm using them as like filler on the inside, if I put a plate over them, you know, so you don't see that they're tan, that's still great. That's still real useful. So these layers were made of 1x4 plates. I layered them this way so they'd be easy to take apart by hand. Yeah, like I said, it was just a great selection on the pick-a-brick wall. Like, enough to where I felt the need to buy a large bucket as opposed to a small one. I also always forget to bring my own bucket to the pick-a-brick wall. They give you like a small discount. It's like a quarter or 50 cents off or something. Which, like, on the one hand is not that much. On the other hand, it stacks up a little bit. But on the third hand, I'm starting to run out of room for these buckets. I mean, they stack pretty nicely into each other. But, so I guess that's not that bad. But, you know, I might have to start, like, recycling these things because, recycling as in, like, throwing them out. Because, I just don't have room for more. I mean, unless I always remember to recycle them in the sense that I bring them to the store. But, you know. Yeah, I think I have This is my third large bucket. And so this stack is 6. This is 6. Is this my third large bucket? This actually might be my fourth. And then I see a 7th small bucket off in my closet. I think I have just 7 small buckets and 4 large ones. And I've definitely reused one of them at least once. I think I reused it twice. So, yeah, I used the pick-a-brick wall a little bit. Alright, and the rest is assorted mush. Again, most of which was for the pick-a-models. I shouldn't say most of, but some of these pieces that I don't care as much for. How many wheels did I get? Did I get more than 8 even? Yeah, I didn't. So I got exactly enough for 2 pick-a-models because I just haven't been building car stuff recently, and I got plenty of wheels from the other times they've been doing this. I noticed their pattern is they make one vehicle and one animal on pick-a-model. Right now it's like a dump truck and a panda, but before it was alligator and jeep. The first one was airplane and giraffes, so I assume we're going to get some kind of other animal. And judging by the colors they've been going for, I'd be willing to bet that we're going to get something really blue soon. Because we got something really red in the beginning, like red, yellow, orange. Then we got like green, mostly green. There's a little bit of like black in there. There was like just the slightest bit of blue from like the alligator's like water thing, but yeah, it was like a little bit of yellow in there. And this one's actually more color variety because it's like got like red, brown, white, and black. But again, I bet we'll get something blue soon, so I'm pretty excited. Again, I think it rotates out for the new year. So, alright, let's count this all up. On second thought, this is really a lot of pieces. I think it's not unreasonable to estimate that there are like 1,000 pieces here. That might be a bit of an underestimate because some of these pieces are really big. But, there are a lot of cheese slopes. There are a substantial amount of studs. There are a lot of 1x2s and almost as many jumper plates. So, it's easily several hundred pieces for sure. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please rate, comment, subscribe. Send this to your friends. Check out my other ones. And we'll see you guys next time. I know some people don't find these videos that exciting, but I think you guys will like one of the upcoming videos. And I also might announce my next large project this winter break. So I might be able to post an update video or two about that in the near future. So basically, stay tuned.